It's so important to find players you can really commit. Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. And that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely. And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they leaned that way if a player from that team became available. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. Still some big holes remaining to be filled. And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round. One 49er has already been taken. Might we see his teammate here join him? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill? Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice.
Bedroom doing menial jobs, plus rhyming and stealing and being a cloud. Distractions, freedom, a rod.
Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me.
I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis.
This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which, well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick.
Colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart, though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction. A miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin. Look, pinhead kids at a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolve. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart, though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw, Cousins. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break.
There goes Green. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Virgil Green, 46 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. And I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing left side, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Here's Brady to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's 3rd and short. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He may try and run for this. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, 59 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now out come the Patriots. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Bryant with a catch right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Brady. Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And the elder statesman with a big run. He's hit that dreaded 3-0. He still can churn it.
I love the way you treat him with...
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lawyer Malloy. There he goes left side. The 40. 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with the ampersand? I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them 27 yards that time. And it'll be first down, New England. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Green with a catch left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, here's Brady. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Fresh set of downs here. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He finds Hearns left side, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He was looking to get it to Allen Hearns that time. And now it's second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They run with LT. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Big play here. 3rd down and goal from the 2. A loss of a... Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Richard Rodgers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.